role endurance actually plays when it comes to leadership? Does pressure actually push you to become the diamond that you are? Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, if I may request you to welcome Mr. K. Annamalai Avargal to join us on stage. Former State President, BJP Tamil Nadu. The endurance test is what this particular session is titled. Driving this conversation, may I kindly request Ms. Megha Prasad to join us, Senior Political Editor, ABP News. Now, like I said, this is going to be one of those conversations where you need to give your 100% because this is a very untouched topic. So here at ABP, Southern Rising Summit, we're truly proud to present to you a one-of-a-kind combination of politics and physical endurance. Over to you, Ms. Megha.
Well, thank you so much. Well, she's already declared that you are a diamond, Anna. So anyways, I was thinking of an introduction for Annamalai, and it came to my mind to try and introduce Annamalai, that too in Chennai. In his home state of Tamil Nadu is like trying to introduce Sachin Tendulkar to Mumbai. So I am definitely not going to take that risk and refrain from making any introduction. Anna, it's been a long time that we met and we sat down for an interview. How have you been?
Long time, ma'am. Happy to see you here. Thank you for ABP Nadu for doing this in Chennai. Doing very well, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So Anna, last time when we did an interview, you were the state BJP president. Now you're not. But just last week, Prime Minister was here. The way he met you at the airport, the way he patted your back. Anna, you know, pictures speak 1,000 words. Is the saffron Singham still rocking?
Oh, there is a background to it, ma'am. And you all know Honorable Prime Minister, the importance he gives to fitness. And last year he called me. There was a political meeting. He called me to the back of the stage. He told me, policing me, aapka weight kitna tha? He asked me, what is your weight when you finished policing? I said, I was this weight. He said, how much you weigh now? I said, I weigh this much. I said, why did it go up? I said, stress, not eating on time, traveling. He took his pen, he took his paper, middle of last year. The Honorable PM sir wrote in his paper, he said, you have to reduce this much weight in this many days. No questions asked. We just wrote in his paper. So there is a background story to it. That is why when I took it as a mission probably in the last 5-6 months, ma'am, to get back to my fitness. And to test it, I want to do something like an Ironman in our country. And I did it. And maybe that is why the Prime Minister was slightly more happy. Because I gave a word to him, I promised him. And it was more like an instruction from him. And this year, when I did it, maybe it's a step one. So I was happy a bit.
So how many kilos did he ask you to reduce?
Oh, he told me to reduce 10-12 kg. But I said, I want to go back to my original weight. Everybody will have a BMI, a height and everything. I want to be at 85-90, madam. And more importantly, I want to be fitter, functionally fitter. That is a message for me to the youngsters also. And we lose track of our life in between after 30, 32, the professional things. We give a lot of importance to other things. I am making an attempt to do this to bring back to my original fitness level at 2025. In the process, if I make somebody happier, if I inspire somebody in the process, I think that is why this Ironman is important to me. Not because it is a personal thing I did it. Some inspiration to somebody somewhere. I am doing it at 41. And I want people to do it at 30, 35, not wait till 40, 50. And that is that extra motivation adding to Prime Minister's words.
Okay, so I mean, I'm also very stressed about weight issues. So just one more question. How many kgs still have to go?
I think I've reached that weight, ma'am. Now I want to endure more. I'm trying for a full Ironman this year, end of this 2026. Which is double of it. In India, because of our climate zone, we have this. European countries have double of it, 4 kilometers swimming. They have 180 kilometers cycling and 42 kilometers running on one stretch. I am attempting that this October 2026. That is my next goal. And I want to prepare my body for that. Not necessarily the weight per se, but to endure, keep your mind clear, and get into that meditative state in a long process so that you are always there, not get agitated. Normally what happens when you're happy, we get excited. When we are sad, we get depressed. And this kind of long endurance training tries to keep your mind very stable so that you don't get too excited, you don't get too sad, because you got to train your mind to that level. So that is my next goal.
So people really do seem to have a problem with Anna's aggression. They say that his style is more confrontational than being collaborative. What would you say to that?
We have to understand we all carry different sides to how we work. There is a professional side of me, there is a personal side of me, there is a social side of me. And Tamil Nadu, I don't use a word called politics, ma'am. It is battle. And for BJP, if you are a member here, you want to bring the party to power. If you have more ambition, like a lot of our karyakartas and leaders, like how I have, kind of have along with them, you got to be in a battle state, madam. You can't do a very smooth politics here because incremental politics can work for a bigger party, not for a smaller party. That is my professional side. Personal side is completely different. I'm a human being, somebody is a human being. We all value each other. We all are equal. That is different. Again, there is a social side. I'm somebody's father, I'm somebody's mother, somebody's child, I'm somebody's husband. That's a social side. So people confuse all this to one personality. So politically, I'm very aggressive. I'm proud being aggressive. Of course, I've paid a price for being aggressive some point of time. But that is how I think we can build the party in Tamil Nadu. I'm proud of it, and I'm not going back on it, nor I'm going to change my personality for that.
And what is the price that you think you paid for this aggression? Is it that the AIDMK saw you as an irritant and you had to step down?
That's okay, madam. That's okay. That's a party's call. But politics in the long run, you can't make too many enemies in the process because you will align with somebody, end of the day, you will not align with somebody. Because that is a lesson from Indian politics, because nobody is a permanent friend, nobody is a permanent enemy. If you look at the longer arc of politics. But maybe for me, I'm seeing politics slightly more differently. It is not that anybody is an enemy or a friend. In a professional side, I take on somebody, meaning I face a lot of defamation cases. I go to court often. I am part of a lot of cases, about 80, 90 cases against me now. Even for getting a passport renewed, a person like me was an IPS officer with a clean state record in law and order. I have 90 cases against me for something. I spoke against something to somebody. Even for a passport inquiry, I have to go through that process now, get an affidavit. So these are the pains I have to go through. Otherwise, position, no position, that doesn't matter, madam. Wherever you are, you be the person.
Have you been able to bury your differences with the AIADMK leadership?
No, of course, we differ, madam. We have to differ. And that's a different
you
party.
You have to
we
fight elections
party.
Together this time.
Ideologically, we are different. That is okay, madam. They also appreciate, I also appreciate. But for the sake of elections, for the sake of a coalition, for the sake of a 2026 politics, we are together, no doubt. I don't speak anything against them. They don't speak anything against me. That is okay, ma'am. But asking me to say everything, ADMK says, no, I am against NEET, if ADMK will say. I say I am for NEET. But right now I have chose to keep my mouth shut. ADMK might say I oppose a 3-language formula. I 100% support a 3-language formula. I am keeping my mouth shut for the time being. If ADMK says this is what it is, Tamil Nadu is being like this, I believe our developmental model is better. So sometimes, I think instead of having a disagreement at the open, what politics has taught me is, sometimes keep your mouth shut. And when the time is not right, when the decision is taken, make sure you're part of the team and allow the decision to go through the process, whatever it is. But saying that I will agree with the ADMK all the time, it is not going to be possible. And for that matter, ADMK is also not going to agree with me all the time. But we can be respectable colleagues in the battlefield.
You seem to be very honest about this, Anna. I really appreciate it. But the thing is that just in case, assume a scenario that you do come to power with AIADMK next year, then Annamalai will have to keep his mouth shut for a fairly long time, I guess.
But we have to understand, even you are in a coalition government, I believe you can always raise your voice for the right causes. But the path of Tamil Nadu's development, there is a disagreement to us. That's why Amit Shah ji has mentioned when the arrangement came together, we'll have a common minimum program where both the parties will have a certain understanding, not complete divergent. So let us see in 2026 what will happen, madam. We'll take a call then.
Okay. All right. Now, Anna, say you are already entering the election mode. In few months, the assembly elections will be conducted here. I want to understand, Anna, in what role are we going to see Annamalai in the campaign and leading the party from, I mean, you know, at this moment you're not holding the position, but looks like you'll be really leading from the front.
Madam, no, my job is still the same. I continue to raise my voice, continue to travel, continue to speak against the atrocities of DMK ruling party. There's no change in it. Absolutely, I'm doing it. Only my organizational position has changed. I've become slightly more freer in the party now. I'm not taking care of more organization role. We have a fantastic state president, Nainar Nagendran ji. So the organization, everything he takes care. So I'm free more about politics, more about talking, more about meeting people, karyakarta. Since I am also getting the 30-40% free time from what I was doing. Previously, it was a full-time role. Office, sit in the office, being a state president, protocol duties, go to airport, receive them, go to Delhi for attending meetings. I'm completely free of it. So in the 30-40% time, I'm pursuing a lot of things which I wanted to do for a long time. I do farming, I'm more interested in organic farming. We are promoting it, aggressively taking it up. I run a foundation, We the Leaders Foundation, giving time for it. I also run a couple of businesses on the side. So 30 to 40% time I have now, which I want to use for myself, participating in Ironman, doing something. So I'm more happier now rather than being a full-time 24/7 cutthroat, all the time traveling, all the time shouting, all the time doing this. So right now I'm at peace doing both the roles. I think I'm having time to pursue other things in life
My
also.
question was, despite having Naina Nagendranji as the state BJP president, the face of the BJP in this upcoming elections will still be K. Annamalai.
But on the face, you are such a senior journalist. You know the face is always Modi ji, and we just try to take his image to the ground, and we are in between. And it is me, it is a lot of other leaders here, ma'am. But having said it, of course, election time you become full time. From January, February, when the election heat starts, then 24/7, that is your only calling. So what I was trying to communicate, madam, I'm free from the organization responsibility, which 40% sitting in office, meeting Karyakarta all the time, taking care of them. There is a state president and organizing secretary. So this arrangement, I am also pretty happy because I'm able to pursue my other passion also. Not doing only one thing from morning till night all the time, because you get stressed out. And this is such a zone, all the negativity, all the problem, all the attack, you are continuously there. And first generation politician. I have a young family also. My daughter is 5 years, son is 9 years. And my wife also works, aged father, mother. And we live in village still, and I have to take care of that part also. So finally some breathing space in the last 6 months to kind of tick all the boxes for the family as well as for the social
Well,
side.
you're being very politically correct here. I asked you for the role, you didn't answer me. Anyways, another thing is, you've been in the party for last 6 years. I have covered your party for the last 21 years, my dear. So I would know what's happening in your party, at least in Delhi. So give me that credit, Anna, when I asked you this question repeatedly.
No, I know, ma'am, but still, from my perspective.
Okay, now the thing is, see, I remember your statements from the last time, before the 2024 elections, in the run-up to the 2024 elections. You said, your statements were, miracles do happen in politics. There could be a historic victory for you. When you had moved out of the alliance, despite all of that, you kept saying, Anna, you undertook a Padyatra, perhaps the longest that the state has ever seen. I want to understand, not a single seat out of that, Anna, what went wrong?
No, I don't say wrong, madam. I would only say, as I said, it is endurance. And it is not that people are going to just trust you blindly and give you a vote on day one. That is one lesson I've learned. And people want to see enduring politics and parties standing with them for a long time. And second, breaking into Dravidian mold, it requires a lot of more pounding and little bit more consistency in the messaging in what we do. I'm happy if a party which was called a Nota party, none of the above option party, from there to where we are is step one, with all humility. I would have been very happier if we were able to win a couple of seats and some of our MPs sitting in parliament representing Tamil Nadu BJP. Did not happen. That is also a regret for me. We could have done better. Hindsight, when you look back, you will always say maybe a strategy, maybe the messaging, maybe starting the whole process early, maybe 3-4 months before, giving candidates not that 1 month time, because when our candidates face somebody from the DMK side, mostly we face an incumbent. And we have to understand, for a party like BJP, madam, in Tamil Nadu, we had contested a max of 7 seats, max of 7 Lok Sabha. This time we contested 22, and reach was more. Maybe the party's capacity to take on the 22 seats. We are massively building, booth committees, BLAs, this and that. I would say it's a testing ground. That's an important step you have to take. Today, Kerala BJP was telling me, 22,000 candidates are contesting in local panchayat. I think it's an important step. More candidates contesting, you build that ground. The results will come eventually. I would have been happier if we got a couple of seats. Did not happen. We wait for the next political opportunity, which is 2026 and 2029. Probably all the hard work we have put over the last many, many years by different leaders, like a Chinese bamboo tree. Maybe it did not show at that point of time. Like a Chinese bamboo, 90 days it might be stale, it might be still. Suddenly 91st day it will grow 4 centimeter, 92nd day it might grow 4 centimeter. I'm just hoping all the work we have put in is inside the ground. Sometime when it decides to sprouts up, maybe the tree will grow faster.
What happened in Coimbatore? You were very, very confident about that place. You said, I might win.
But Coimbatore, we got the votes that we supposed to get. We got, our votes is about 450,000, 60,000. And BJP 2009, when we went alone, we got 44,000 votes. I'm just giving you things in perspective. And post Modi ji has come, the ground is different now. We got our votes, 33, 34% is our capacity, we were there.
What you didn't get was AIADMK.
No, madam. But I didn't expect a third party to poll 16%. And you cannot have an ADMK party polling 16% in Coimbatore and expecting the first party to win. If you look at the Kerala elections also, in many seats, the third party decided who's winning first. And ADMK ideally should have been at 23, 24%, ideally for that kind of election. When you go to 16% and a Dravidian kind of voters, both the voters, probably cross-voting must have happened. I don't know. It is for the audience to decide. You can't expect a party which has got 5 out of 6 MLAs in Coimbatore and a party that has called Coimbatore at its fortress coming down to 16.7% and BJP at 34%. So it is impossible for BJP to win when the third party is at 16%. So same thing in Thrissur. When Suresh Gobiji is able to win, you look at number 1, number 2, number 3. The number 3, Congress and Communist, both were at 3 lakh, 3 lakh. Then BJP, you will have a chance. If you look at same thing why Muralidharan ji lost in the next constituency, despite polling good numbers, you see that there the third party has gone down by 40,000. So Tamil Nadu is still not a clean politics of straightforward fight. You still have tactics, you still have adjustments, you still have parties deciding not to win. You still have parties deciding, I am not winning, he should not win. I'm not putting the blame on others, I'm only putting things in perspective. And 4,50,000 votes for BJP in Coimbatore is a fantastic vote. Karyakartas, hard work, Modi ji's charisma, the party structure for a long, long time. But expecting BJP in Coimbatore to win 5.25 lakh votes, probably next election we will go there. It is not that this election we are at 5.25. So I'm just putting things in perspective so that because people understand the third party's vote share will also decide how the first party will come. You can't have a 16% odd vote share for a third party and expecting the first party to win at 34%. Cannot happen.
Okay. So Anna, Udayanidhi Stalin was here in the morning. A couple of things that he said, and I want to bounce it off you, and I want to understand your perspective on that. First thing, which I found very interesting, of course, objection to SIR is a known stand of theirs. But what he said is that, or maybe the meaning of it, I don't know exactly his words, but this is what it came down to. That last assembly election, the difference of vote share between the two parties was just about 3%, right? That's not a huge gap. And if SIR happens, and they have an example of Bihar in front of them, where about 65 lakh voters were removed from the voters list on very legible grounds, on grounds that were justified. That's what the Election Commission says. But if something very similar happens here, the allegation you see from the side of the opposition is just one, that non-BJP, non-NDA alliance voters are the ones who are being targeted and removed. That's what they're still saying in Bihar. That's one of the reasons they say this huge debacle for them. Now, his fear is that something like this would happen here. How do you respond to that?
Madam, Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin and all the DMK friends, they have to understand, Bihar, September 30, 2025, when the final electoral list got published in Bihar, 47 lakh votes, which was there pre-SIR, were not there. They were deleted for various reasons. A date shifted, migrant, 47 lakh votes, which corresponds about 6.5% of votes pre-SIR, final SIR, they got deleted. Now, in the final analysis that happened, top 5 constituencies in Bihar where more votes got added. 3 won by BJP, 1 by Congress, 1 by RJD. Top 5 constituencies where votes got deleted more. Again, a combination of Congress, RJD and BJP won. Different factors. When somebody did a direct correlation analysis for SIR vote cutting and winning, they found it only 5% hardly. 95% no correlation. Now, it is a good governance. People wanted somebody in power. People voted in unison. And the vote share difference is also so huge between the number 1 alliance and the number 2 alliance. It's a fact. I'm putting things on perspective. Tamil Nadu, yes, it is true. 2021 was a close election because it was a 3.2% election between them. Now, if Udayanidhi Stalin believes by cutting 4% votes, whatever the date shifted migrant, it is that percentage of 4%. No, he has to understand that 4% is already there, is the system. From September 30, 2025, when the final list got published, Supreme Court gave 17 more days. Normally, you know, SIR, once the final list is published, there is no time. Tamil Nadu, no time. Tamil Nadu final list in February first week.
Okay.
There, specially, Supreme Court gave 17 more days. October 17, 2025. Do you know how many people in that 17 days raised an objection, ma'am? 47 lakh votes not there. How many people in 17 days raised an objection to the election commission saying, my genuine name is missing, my relative's name is missing? How many political parties raised an objection? It is zero. From September 30 to October 17, the Supreme Court gave 17 days in Bihar SIR. Zero people raised an objection after the final list.
8 people did, but anyways, that's a very small number.
Okay. Maybe you say 8 out of 47 lakh. But you know it is zero, literally zero. We'll keep it at zero. I'll agree with you, we'll keep it at zero. Like Tamil Nadu, for 6.5 crore voters, after the final list is published in February 2, take it for granted, madam, it will also be the same case here. Nobody is going to object because it is genuinely done. Nobody is artificially taking a scissor and knife and cutting things and just throwing people out of the system. So that the Deputy Chief Minister has to believe. He is constitutionally oath bound. He has taken an oath. He can call the election commissioner, he can go sit with them, understand the process. They don't even understand the process. They simply say, no, they'll take a scissor, they'll cut people, they'll throw them out in the dustbin, people cannot get vote. Everybody will get vote. How can somebody cut somebody, madam? For example, I am not part of the 2002 Tamil Nadu SIR. There is a process for me to get added, I am getting added. Somebody is a part of it, there is a process for them to get added. So trying to create a fear mongering, trying to threaten the BLOs, trying to instigate the Revenue Officers Association to go on a strike, that is uncalled for a government in power. They should be confident by now to say, we have done so much being in power. We don't fear anti-incumbency. People will vote for us. They don't say that. Even now they say Sanskrit, Hindi, North, South. This is the only language they're using for the past 3 months.
So, well, now that you mention it, the statement of his that Sanskrit is a dead language. I mean, he also told us in the morning, he reiterated his opposition to the NEP. Now, I want to frame this question in the context, Anna, that Prime Minister was speaking, I think, just about last week, about 10 days ago, at the Ramnath Goenka Memorial Lecture. And Prime Minister said this, and I was there in the audience. He said this very clearly. He said, we brought in NEP. And I want to make it very clear that we want the local languages to be supported. And I do not have any opposition towards English, but I definitely want our languages to be promoted. So he makes it amply clear, yet this kind of opposition, time and again that you hear, especially in the in the state of Tamil Nadu. And Anna, there has been a history, of course, for opposing Hindi. In the 60s we saw it. We saw how violent it was. People were self-immolating themselves. We know that Hindi works as a vote catcher. It does. And that becomes a huge challenge for you, Anna.
Madam, we believe in this generation, and this generation is very mobile. I see a lot of young people sitting inside here, college students who are part of the audience. This is very mobile. They are very proud Tamilian, no doubt, and they love their mother language, they love their language, the state in which they are born into. But it is not restricting them from being an Indian. We have to understand, this perspective is very important. They are proud Indians, they want to move across our country, take a business opportunity, find ways to live a good life. So, this is a dichotomy none of the Tamil younger generation have. People want to be mobile. People want to go to Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi. And people want to learn a language also. This generation wants to learn multiple language. But nowhere we are saying Tamil is inferior, Tamil will not come. When the new education policy we say, in the initial part of your learning, it is going to be your mother tongue. It is not even going to be English. Till now, the mother tongue was not a compulsory learning in the previous education policies, whatever 2 education policies we have. In NEP, mother language learning is compulsory. Which more than any other person, Tamilians will appreciate. Because class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, I am going to read all the subjects in Tamil. First time NEP is giving that opportunity. Not even they gave that opportunity. Which they understand despite the political bickerings, and they completely understand NEP is open. Second, we have to understand the Prime Minister himself when he comes. He opens his speech every time in Tamil Nadu with 3 lines of Tamil at least. He quotes extensively from Tirukkural, travels across, lives a life, celebrates Sengol in Parliament, dresses our attire, tries to speak our language. So where is the PM trying to discriminate? When Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin says, oh, Tamil is given less money, he has to understand. The money that is given by the central government for promotion of a language is based on universities they have. Sanskrit has got 18 universities. Tamil has got only 1, which was started in 1981 by Purachi Thalaivar MGR Raya. There are 18 Sanskrit universities. 16 universities in our country came before Modi ji came to power. After Modi ji came to power, 2 Sanskrit universities came. Chinmaya Mission deemed university, and in Haryana, Maharishi Valmiki University. The money comes because you have more Sanskrit university in the country, they get more money for promotion. Now if Udayanidhi Stalin ji believes Tamil needs to get more money for promotion as a language.
Do you think you are unable to drive home this point, Anna?
we are speaking, they're okay. Madam, you have to understand, why did DMK in 2024 Lok Sabha, they lost 8% vote share? Their 2019 Lok Sabha and 2024 Lok Sabha, they lost 9%. Because the 9% is a national vote. People vote for a national party. 2019, just compare the statistics, madam. 9% drop. Across India, I don't think any political party, any alliance have got a 9% drop from Lok Sabha to Lok Sabha. We got it. Because the people are very clear, I want a strong Bharat, I want a great Prime Minister. I want my proud Tamil Nadu to be proud. Doesn't mean I got a right to discriminate. Here the problem is, my language is superior doesn't mean Hindi is inferior. My language superior doesn't mean Kannada is inferior, Telugu is inferior. This is the problem we are tackling. Let our language be good. Let us be proud of ourselves. It doesn't give you any right to call another language dead language. It doesn't give me any right to call Bihari friends from state of Bihar, like DMK friends call. They say they are toilet cleaners, they are ditch diggers. A DMK ID tweeted right after the Bihar election, okay, Bihar election is over, tomorrow morning report to work in Tamil Nadu. What kind of nonsense is that, madam? That is the way we treat our guests. That is the language we use. And there is a sitting MP of DMK who said, people from Bihar don't have brain. That is why they are like this. And he represents that party, comes and sits here, and then he gives us a gyan about India. No, we are not. You disrespect another culture. You disrespect a part of Bharat. And then how will people see, madam? When anybody is from Bihar, they have great reverence for Tamil Nadu. Anybody in Bihar has abused Tamil language. I'm only asking the ulta question. There are also political parties in Bihar, political parties in UP. Have anybody abused Tamil language in the last 50 years? Have anybody spoken Tamil, sir, bad? When other part of India is giving you respect, let us give double the respect. And that DMK doesn't understand. That is our problem. I'm very happy to say the young generation is understanding. They're shifting. It takes a bit more time. We got to be patient with them.
Okay, now I want to quickly come to two questions about you. I want to come back to you, Annamalai. Two questions, very specific, maybe a little sharp, do not mind. But your people only from within your party do tell me that within the BJP here, there is a very strong Brahmin lobby, right? That Brahmin lobby seems to not want to participate in the party actions, anything that the party does from the time Annamalai has come in and taken center stage. This is happening. A Brahmin and the non-Brahmin lobby are at loggerheads because of Annamalai. How true is that? You had S.V. Sekhar
I don't want actually
resign,
to, yes, madam,
saying that you are unfit for the job.
No, madam, I don't want to dignify that, but still, you have put me a question in a public forum. It is my duty to answer, ma'am. I think the Brahmins in Tamil Nadu, again, I'm putting it on record. If there is one community I can compare to the persecution of Jews that happened around 1940s, it is the Brahmins of Tamil Nadu. Very clearly, the 1940s, 50s, 60s, very terrible time for them. I continuously voice my opinion on it. I say it is still Brahmin bashing politics that is happening in Tamil Nadu and DMK. Many political parties keep Brahmin as the center, attack them, and then try to consolidate the other community votes. I want to be different from that. I'm very clear. Second, yes, 37, 38, you enter politics, you are in a responsibility. You are disturbing a lot of feathers. People who have run the party for a long time. People who felt their way of approach is right. That's okay. I'm okay with it, madam. No problem. So I don't have any problem with anybody. I would have ruffled the feathers here and there. But with respect to cooperation, everybody gave their fullest cooperation. And I want to put Brahmins at the center stage of what we do. Other communities center stage of what we do. OBC at the center stage of what we do. The SC/ST at the center stage of what we do. Because the politics have to be inclusive. That is very important. And no political party in Tamil Nadu should be seen belonging to one particular community. It creates a lot of problem. Not only perception-wise, but also the way people adapt a party. So I tried my best to keep the party to make sure it belongs to everybody. It belongs to all caste. So I don't believe per se in caste. I'm a born Hindu. I respect all religion. I'm a proud Bharatiya, proud Tamil.
Do people within your party have a problem with the fact that Annamalai has been given so much of importance from Delhi? And this prominence that you got so quick, the rise that Annamalai has seen in the last 4 to 5 years has been, I mean, it's exemplary, right? The way you have risen. You came, you joined the party, all of a sudden you've become the face of the BJP. The others, of course, have been toiling and slogging here for a long time, and now will have a problem with you.
That's a fair argument, and we always go by responsibility. We don't go by position or prestige. State president is a responsibility. I'm a normal karyakarta, again a responsibility. Tomorrow, if I do something, it's a responsibility. That's how I see my job title. And no job title is bigger, nothing is smaller. and the watchman outside Kamalalayam, our party headquarters, is as important as me. That's how my belief is. I'm not saying sitting in the stage. Because he is there regulating the crowd. He's doing a job outside. And I don't think I'm bigger. And second, with respect to lobbies, outside lobbies, I could have ruffled feathers. I'm not saying I haven't ruffled feathers because I'm fast, I'm aggressive. There is a way. Somebody is smooth, somebody will take a longer point of view to approach politics. That's okay, madam. And I don't have anything in my heart, anything in my mind. And the party is unified, and the goal is to defeat DMK. And when I see many of the media reports, I get amused. I get bemused is the correct word. This is happening, that is happening. I think politics, you got to have a thick skin, go through it, develop other passions also, like I said. Now 40-50% of my time, I develop other passions also, along with politics. So what happens is, you are not full-time politics, sitting in office all the time, somebody at you. You do everything possible, keep your goal intact of social service, so that, I told you, man, politics tires you faster. The younger generation are here, many people aspire to be politicians here. Because you should have an appetite, and it is enduring. And all the time, people abuse you, people praise you, people write all kinds of stories about you. So it is important, people should have other things to focus on in life also. That is why the first set of politicians, 1950s and 60s, they all had a job and politics. They are lawyers, politics. They are farmers, politics. I don't believe in politics as a full-time role, madam. When I ask somebody, what do you do? Politics. I said, what do you do otherwise? No, 24/7 politics. People say it is a matter of pride to say 24/7 politics. Then I say, then you will be failing in your role as a father. You'll be failing your role as a husband. You'll be failing in your role as somebody. How will you cater to that? They're also important to you. So I don't believe in so-called 24/7 politics all the time. Maybe that is where I differ with a lot of people, but I'm okay with it.
Okay, I have to wrap up the session. So 2 quick questions. One, I want to understand, Annamalai, what is the BJP thinking in terms of their alliances and looking for partners outside, especially in the context of actor Vijay. I want to understand what's the stand and what's the thinking within the party.
Madam, the lesson in Bihar is very simple. It is Pandava's election. 5 people came together. Strongly they stood. After winning, the Prime Minister's tweet was very clear. He appreciated everybody. He tagged all the 5 political parties that gave this winning, that gave this message to Bihar, that gave people of Bihar, gave this message to the 5 parties. I think Tamil Nadu, I consistently say, any vote outside the alliance is a vote against the alliance. That's how I say, madam. You got to unify, bring everybody together. Part of NDA umbrella. Some parties might have a problem with some individuals. It's okay, but they can be a part of NDA. We don't have any right to dictate how a political party should be run. Every political party can be run. The general secretary of the party can decide.
Reach out to Vijay?
But I'm only saying, madam, yes, I'm not saying I'm not in a position to say who's doing what. But my appeal is, being a part of a larger NDA will keep the vote share intact, number one. Since you asked about Vijay. Vijay is a formidable actor. I believe he'll be a good politician also. I'm telling you this. Why? Because, ma'am, somebody is coming at their peak of their cinematic career and wants to come do it. And he's trying to do politics his way, which I appreciate. And he's trying to break the norms of politics. And I consistently say a person like Vijay is needed in Tamil politics because you need a 3rd voice, 4th voice, 5th voice. Let him be there. Nobody should trouble. I mean, consistently speaking for him from day one. Even if the ideologies differ, we agree to disagree. You're a different ideology, I'm a different ideology, fine. But we are not here to block the rise of Vijay or anybody. End of the day, the battlefield, the EVM missions will decide how much popularity Mr. Vijay has got, how much popularity NDA, how much popularity DMK.
Do you want Vijay on your side? You think he'll help the BJP?
Madam, it is not about in politics saying everybody come to my side, everybody come to my side. I agree to respect the differences we have with Vijay. He's different. He has consistently saying he doesn't want to come. Let us respect that. When somebody says, this is where I want to do politics, please do that politics. Fine. Let us all meet in the battlefield. I don't believe in Vijay should come tomorrow morning, Vijay should come tomorrow evening, Vijay should come day after tomorrow morning. No. Let Vijay fight his battle. NDA will fight its battle. DMK will fight its battle. The people sitting here will decide who's the winner.
All right, great. So, Anna, finally, before I let you go, what message do you have for the undecided, skeptical voters of Tamil Nadu?
I would only say don't look at emotional issues, look at very rational issues, look at our state finance, look at law and order, look at the future growth of next 10 years because India is in a very cusping that point change. And look at employment for the youth, look at the future. Look at this and decide. Let us not get down to the same emotional issues. I am as Tamilan as Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin. My generation, if you take my DNA, we have lived in the same land for more than 600 years. And I am a farmer. So, but the moment I belong to BJP, they say North-South. No. People of Tamil Nadu have to understand, all of us are Tamilians here. A Karyakarta and BJP is fighting for Tamil Nadu first, no doubt about that. So I just want people to little bit think about that and say, simply because it is an all India party, simply because the headquarters is in Delhi, simply because the current national president of BJP happens to be from some other state, they might not put Tamil Nadu first. So if people come right over the top, over this, I think we'll be in a happy space. BJP will have a fighting chance. I just want people to give us that opportunity to say, leaders can be from any part. Kamaraj Nadar is so great. Kamaraj Raya is so great because a Tamilian was able to rise up to Delhi. Let us give BJP the chance again. Leaders from here should go all the way up to Delhi. That is the message for all the youngsters and undecided voters. Give BJP a chance, NDA a chance, Edapadi Palaniswamy ji a chance, ADMK a chance, all our alliance partners a chance. 2026 will show some difference in the next 5 years.
You have a clear message, Anna. Give BJP a chance. Very clear one, but wishing you all the very best
Thank you,
for the
madam. Thank you
upcoming
for your time,
elections, and thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we let you go, may we kindly request Mr. Tushar Banerjee to join us on stage to extend our felicitations to our speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice President Digital, ABP Network, doing the honor.